Welcome to another show of what we call the project management show. And as usual, we always have a very well-known guest having a very large project professional experience as well as management experience and so on. So today, I'm extremely delighted to invite another guest, Deepak Saxena. Welcome, Deepak.
Thank you very much, Abji. Thank you very much.
So let me give quick brief introduction about Deepak. Deepak is a president, deputy president of a very large EPC companies having presence in India and abroad. And he is handling a very large portfolio. Let me in fact ask Deepak only that what exactly the kind of the manpower he is handling, the kind of portfolio he is handling. It is really interesting. And instead of me telling, let me ask Deepak. So Deepak, can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. See, with around 30 plus years of experience, majorly I have worked with building material to start with. Then I moved to telecom industry when cell phone started in India, and then moved to IT, then ITES, and from ITES I moved to oil and gas, and power and coal, and finally in the infrastructure. So with this 30 plus years of journey, I have managed the masses and classes. When I say classes, a hardcore technology guy was managing a very high-end technology. When I say masses, it is basically the large workforce in BPO, 20,000 plus employees. So masses and
How many?
classes,
How much you said?
it
Manpower?
is 18,000 plus people in the
Oh,
BPO, managing 47 centers across India. And in the class is a high tech, IT company and telecom company. When this Bluetooth technology and cell phone has come into the India, so I manage both the sides of the story. And the second part is, since in my last 30 years, I have mostly worked with youngster. So I have seen the very great combination of will and wisdom. The wisdom is basically 10% of the people who work, who are really experienced guy in this world, and 90% are the young people. So I know the combination of will and wisdom, how it works, and created magic in India in the various industries.
wow. So you must have seen the kind of exposure, kind of experience he's carrying. And I'm always, whenever I meet Deepak, I'm always awed by his experience and the kind of the manpower, the workforce he's handling. Because handling processes, technology is, I will say, it's simpler, but handling people, it's not at all easy. So definitely, we would like to understand the insight at how he is able to handle so much manpower, and there is so much to learn from Deepak about human resources, the major important resources in not only in project management everywhere. So my first question to Deepak would be like what kind of challenges you are facing whenever you are handling so much manpower and from the so much diverse background, India, abroad, with so much different culture. So what is your views on
You
that?
see, working with uh, company like Reliance, Siemens, offshoot of Microsoft, and SR, and finally with this EPC building. The basic temperament of people, 80% remains same because we all are human beings. Our liking, disliking, 90% are same. With a different creed, caste, and color, our basic nature is same.
Correct.
Now the only difference comes 20% when you handle somebody handles BPO, young people and agent, and somebody has the technology, telecom. So 80% if you have to manage the manpower, it is same from the
Oh, I
human
see.
resource perspective. Only thing 20% you need to customize. When you work with the youngster, you have to make the processes, systems, and policy as per their liking and disliking, right?
Okay.
And when you work with the mature guy, you have to deal them differently.
Okay.
Otherwise, basic nature of human being will remain same. So the customization of any industry with people, depending on the nature of business, what we are having, right? So today I'll give you the example that EPC company has a different kind of nature.
Okay.
EPC is now into the nation building,
Okay.
right? And our projects consist of 90% young people, including the workman at site.
Okay.
Only 10% people who are having a gray hair with the lot of lot of experience into the different part. But one thing which I've learned, that every company, in every project, and every manpower or group is a project manager. If you deal these people as a project to complete the project successfully, whether it is a completion of a building, or completion of a flyover, or completion of a hiring of the people, and motivate people, finding the result, everything is basically a project, right?
Right.
So I don't see any difference whether you work for telecom or BPO or oil and gas. Everything is a project. So in the project management, you know, I say 20% is your knowledge,
Okay.
which comes through your whatever profession you have, your engineer or a chartered accountant or a business development. But balance is basically to manage human resource.
Wow.
You know, if you see the hierarchy of designation, it starts from trainee to assist manager, then deputy like a manager, and manager, and finally your general manager. Here you can manage everything. Once you become a general manager, it means you are able to manage the manpower, you are able to manage your team. And always remember, the intelligence level of your team member is much higher than you.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you can't beat them into the technology. You can't beat the young guy because their knowledge of technology, their knowledge of intelligence is so fast.
Right.
And you can't claim that I am more intelligent than the young people. Why? Because if they have 5 years experience and my 30 years of experience, out of which 25 years of experience is obsolete because of the old technology. So my learning, my intelligence, and the intelligence of 5 year guy is same.
Oh,
He may be a much intelligent because he is a technology savvy.
okay.
What my learning, he can point out in the Google in 1 minute only.
Okay.
That's the knowledge. Only difference come, I have some gray hair and to understand the human being. I think that is the success for any manager or for any project company to manage the project. If he knows the human being, how to manage, how to handle, how to motivate, both ways, positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. Appreciate people for their good work and teach people for the job which they are not able to do. Let them say you have an opportunity to learn. So the learning is basically continuous. All people who are experienced people, they need to coach their people so that they can overcome the shortcomings. If you do that, I'm sure you can handle any project, and I can challenge that at my stage, subject knowledge contributes only 1%. 99% how to manage the project, how to manage the manpower.
Wow. Excellent. Excellent. Here, I would like to ask Deepak one question that you said that normally the team is a mixture of the experienced people and youngsters. Uh, what what will be your advice to the team members? Like if you have a mix of both, how we should do it? I mean, how we should utilize the experience of the experienced person at the same time the intelligence and the knowledge of the new youngsters. What should
You
be
see,
the
it's a spread of knowledge,
okay?
right? If I'll exchange 100 rupee note with you,
Mm-hmm.
you will also get 100. I will also get only 100.
Okay.
But if I exchange the idea 100 ideas with you and you 100 ideas with me, I will have 200 ideas. You will have 200 ideas.
Okay.
Right. So this guy of wisdom should spread the learning to 100 people. You will multiply your learning 100 times.
Oh.
And young people are very eager to learn. If you see, when you see the employee satisfaction score, employee engagement score, most of the people who are disengaged or not engaged, they are hunger for their job.
Oh.
They are hunger for their learning.
Okay.
The attrition rate in any industry, 2%, 3% happens because of money.
Oh.
Because somebody is attracting by giving the money.
Uh-huh.
But most of the people, they are not, either they are not getting the proper role,
Mm-hmm.
they are underutilized, they don't see the career path. So if you work on that, load them. My always believe that we should have 110% target
Okay.
with no surprise,
Uh-huh.
and we should empower people to work because people have so much of energy.
Mm-hmm.
We are not able to utilize them. Give them a chance.
Okay.
If you give them a chance, I am sure they will do a better job.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So this is the reason of major dissatisfaction. If you see any of the history, people are not happy because they are not getting proper job. They are underutilized and they don't see the career path. Only 2-3% people leave for the money. Otherwise, not.
Oh,
So
just 2-3%.
yes. So best part is empower them, Give them opportunity, they will feel very happy. If you tell somebody that I'll give you salary, you sit at the corner and sit. After a month, 2 months, he will leave. And there are so many organizations who have faced a rough patch during various period, but they have not left the organization.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't get the sell in time,
Uh-huh.
right? Or maybe a half sell during the COVID, but they didn't leave
Okay.
because they were given the right opportunity to work. So it's
Okay.
not a matter of money; it's a
Okay.
matter of the job. It's a matter of the utilization and how you use their knowledge.
Good, good. Deepak, one more question is that since this show is for the project professionals, and you are handling the most of the your team members are project professionals because you are handling hundreds and thousands of projects across the globe. Now, what is the importance of structured project management? Because this is we want to convey to the project professional that how they should upgrade themselves. So, do you feel that continuous upgradation is important for because so new technology is coming in construction as well as in project management. So, what is your message to the especially to project professionals that what they should do to upgrade their knowledge continuously?
So, see, number one, planning is very important.
Mm-hmm.
As an Indian, we don't understand. We go to the practicality of the thing. We don't
Okay.
go for a plan. If you make a right plan,
Uh-huh.
take a conscious call, but plan you should make with all variety of input. Like I'll tell you the example of building in factory or any infra project. Number one, if you have a project for 36 months, you should plan for 30 months.
Okay.
That is number one.
Uh-huh.
Number two, you should have a very competent manpower at the project who is specialized, who are working on the similar kind of project. That is
Mhm.
number two. Number three, you should have a foresightness that if I need to complete this project, what material, what machine, at what time I require.
Oh, proper
Right?
planning. Okay.
Yes, so that you should complete the job in 30 months instead of 36 months. The moment you create this habit, you will have saved the cost, 6 months cost. You might get an early completion bonus also, and client is happy.
Oh.
So three things in the project management. One is you need to complete the project before the due date. That is
Oh,
number
okay.
one. So you need not to meet the deadline, you need to beat the deadline.
Mm.
That is number one. Number two, you should be cost conscious. The cost which we are incurring, whether it is on material manpower, you should understand the technology. Which technology I should use to save money and to complete the project in fast. Nowadays, if you see, a lot of people are using lot of new equipment precast.
Right.
Precast technology, if you say, it's a finished product,
Okay.
short time, less time consuming, and best quality.
Okay.
Right? And third thing, the client expectation. You need to go the beyond client's expectation. If client is expecting 1, 2, 3, you need to give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the three things which you should understand before you start the project. There are two more things. In the mobilization period, we are not serious.
Uh-huh.
We just waste that time in managing the project, managing the machinery also. We lose that target.
Oh.
And that is the killing of the project. And
Okay.
second part, in spite of doing a good project, in the last 6 months, we are not able to complete because of the so that erode the margin. The first 6 months and last 6 months, you erode the target. So we should be very, very meticulous. That mobilization period we need to move very fast, and in the completion also we should complete the entire project start to end with all so small activity we should note down and we should complete before 6 months so that your profit, your beta, your client, everything is happy.
Fantastic. I
And you
think.
should use that project management tool which people learn as a class. I have interviewed a lot of people. When I asked that how do you manage the project, they said either a Primavera or a MS project. When I asked the question, finally they said no, we are managing in Excel. So that is not correct. If something we have scientifically designed, proven, have track record, then we must use that. And believe me, if you use that project management tool, I am sure 100% you will achieve the target in terms of completion, in terms of client, in terms of cost. So we must adhere to the project management deadline, and all your review process should happen through project management because that will give you a real picture. Otherwise, you will not get a real picture. Sitting in the HO in metro, you are asking site to give the presentation, they will give the presentation based on style. But if you put and calculate everything step by step in the project management, you will get a real picture and you will get to know that if I am behind the schedule, how to cope up with that, right? So using project management tool is should must be there at every project, whether it is a small project or a big project.
Fantastic, fantastic, excellent message to the project professionals. One more very important question I would like to ask you about the behavioral aspect of the project team, because if the behavior aspects are not there, or there is no proper motivation or conflict management, actually it lead to something else. So, what are your views on that?
So I think let me tell you, human beings are the most respected, should be most respected, irrespective of class, cadre, grade, and work. You know, let me tell you, it is the other way around. We think that MD is very important, manager is very important, general manager is very important. But believe me, if we all do not come to the office for a month, nothing is going to happen. But the people who are at the project site and the workmen, if they don't come for one day, we are in soup.
Oh,
So they are the most important people because they are the people who earn bread and butter for us. So respect the people who are grounded, who work for you to earn bread and butter for you. We must respect. We do not have any right or power to insult anybody. We are here as a manager to coach, to motivate, and to appreciate. The moment you start appreciating people, I am sure you will get the result. Very fast and positive result. If you start criticizing people, showing your importance that I was doing this, I was so competent, that is not the way to do. It is in any project, any family, any group. The successful leader are those leaders who motivate people, who increase the potential level of people, who encourage them to come and talk openly and give them the views and feedback. That is the way of success. So, once you become a manager, you need to behave like a manager or leader. Definitely, otherwise, you are not going to achieve anything from your team. Because now, if you think that you are the most intelligent, my dear friend, sorry. They are the most intelligent guy on the project. They are the bread and butter. They are the subject matter expert. You know, they know how to put the tile, how to fix the plaster. You are not. Please respect them. The moment you respect them, I am telling you, their target, their work, their style will get double. You will get double output. And if you see, most of the managers who are HR driven, me subject knowledge is one, I respect that definitely. Most of the people who are human driven, people driven, the managed people, they are more successful. If you like, go to the doctor. There are two doctors. One doctor, he hands in hold, hold your hand and ask you very politely half of the disease gone. One doctor who give you advice not to do, what to do, how you have it done, you should have not done, you will not find a good doctor.
correct.
Right? So behavior makes everything possible. You take all big CEOs in this company, they are HR driven. Name all top companies. If they are HR driven, not I am saying HR department driven, human driven. If they understand value, you see your the fellow in canteen who serve you tea, you ask them, give me a tea and tell them that it's wonderful tea. He will come 10 times to you. Right? So you need to motivate everybody. So in this world, nobody is is on a higher level or a top level. I keep telling people when they join that in this organization, this is human driven. We have been given a big cabin, small cabin, big cubicle. That is because of the respect of our experience. Otherwise, we all are same. We all are same. You can knock any door to anybody. You can ask any problem. And let me tell you, we are dependent on them. In my team member, a junior guy also put on the payroll. If I need to discuss something, he's my coach. He's my boss to understand how to run this, what to do, what not to do. The moment you start doing this, you will see the result. And one very powerful word I must tell all the people, when you do some assignment, call your junior, say, I need your advice. The moment you use this word, I need your advice, he would be thrilled to give you more than 100%.
Correct.
And you need not to do anything
Correct.
because he is the expert in this subject. So I think this mantra is very, very successful. In my 30 years of career, I have implemented this since beginning. It is not that I'm a very unique one. I have learned from my colleagues, from my university, from my seniors. That is the way to run any organization, any group, any family, any agenda. You will success.
Good, good, excellent. One more question I would like to ask is there a difference when you are dealing with the Indian client or international clients? Is there a huge difference or it is almost similar when it comes to project?
No marginal difference is there because their priority, because the culture, the kind of population, the kind of technology they have, we are far, far behind.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We are a bit emotional, have a
Mm-hmm.
personalized approach. They are become professional, right? But there should be a right combination of professional and personal. If you go to the international client, they have sent you standard, right? That in the SOP I need this. We take it lightly.
Okay.
They want, if they want a room size of this size, they have mentioned I need a room of this size. Table. You need to do that because that is their SOP.
Oh.
Right? I work for Siemens. When I saw the first manual of hiring, it was around 400 pages. I thought somebody is mad. They are teaching me with 400 pages how to hire people. I keep hiring people, thousands of people in my.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, when I gone through that manual and when I had a 3 hours con call from the Canada, I could understand that this is the process of hiring, and that is the reason they never fail. So I told you the planning, documentation and planning is more important. We take things casually.
Oh, correct, correct. That's very
Right.
Yeah.
They have a systematic process.
Mhm.
So they have a like Rajdhani train, whosoever board, a small child or an old man, the speed will remain same,
Mhm.
right? So irrespective of people, whether X is working or Y is working, the project will run into the same direction because they have a set process.
You're right.
Here we customize everything. That is the biggest
That is
problem
the biggest
that we
problem.
make losses and we are not able to
So that is a
complete
great
the
learning from
project.
the
If you
interaction.
see the successful project and not successful project, you will find this difference.
Fantastic. I think uh, Deepak, I think one interview is or interaction is not sufficient, but I think we should stop somewhere. And I would like you to invite once again on this show to talk much more on that because you have such a wide experience and handling such a huge, massive workforce. You must be having huge exposure to the different kind of mindset, people, and so on. And definitely, I would like to invite you once again on this show. But thank you so much for joining this show and taking out time because he's extremely busy, and still he has taken out time and then agreed to give his wisdom to share with the project professional. And I'm really thankful to you, Deepak, for coming to this show. Thank you once again, and I'm really grateful for joining this show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhijit. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Thank you so
I am
much.
available anytime if I can help you. If I can help masses, I feel great.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.